They do it all for show. They set the world on fire. They let it burn slow. I was just cruising the streets.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm trying to get me some sleep. I'm trying to make it for me.
Bach.
My family struggling for peace. My
How's the
family
sauce going, Bach?
My family eating they sleep. My family eating these streets. My family.
It's a PSA announcement. They say they care, but they really don't. Good morning,
They twist and turn like Inferno. They keep on blaming the media and blaming the government. You say you want freedom, do you really know?
Hey.
You give them your rights away and then you give them more. Money coming in different ways. Don't say
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't say you these kids and then you close the door. You ain't no better than politicians, you hypocrites. Use your power to make a change and make a difference. All this talking you saying and ain't saying much. They say they care, but do they really know? It's beyond their ability. Is it really though? They say they
Good
care.
morning.
We know they really don't. It's all a front for show. They do it all for show. They set the world on fire. They let it burn slow. They set the world on fire. They let it burn slow. Yeah. They let it burn slow. Yeah. They set the world on fire. They let it burn slow. Your left arm in, you take your left arm out. You put your right hand in and then you shake it all out.
That's right. Good morning. That's what it's all about. Hey, Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Yeah, they had a great fall. And all the king horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty back together again. Don't be so basic and practice on your greatness. Life don't work like that, gotta be amazing. I've been down and out, I know what it takes to be on top right now. I know I'm your favorite.
Hip-hop and politics and relevance. This ain't J6, but it's an insurrection. I took Jack Smith and Bonnie Willis.
Good morning.
Prosecutions to the next level.
I got MAGA triggered in a state of shock, cause the time has come. The Proud Boys got 22 for seditious conspiracy. What happened to back the blue? They told you to march to the Capitol and he would be there too.
Officers died and they wanted to hang Pence too. You said Biden would lose, he beat Trump too. You said you wanted the truth and now you got Zeus. So who's the Marxists and communists and fascists? Let's see it.
Right?
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans representing extremism that threatens the very foundations
That's right.
of our republic. And they see their MAGA failure to stop a peaceful transfer of power.
I got something for you, Bushmaster.
That's preparation for the 2022 and 2024 elections. MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution. They do not believe in the rule of law. They do not recognize the will of the people. They refuse to accept the results of a free election.
That's right. MAGA Republicans, I tell you. All right, let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. Bushmaster,
I feel like I'm stuck in a cycle.
you think that joke you just told Zeus this morning was funny, Bushmaster?
It's like
I got something for you. You just sit your special behind down right where you're at, Bushmaster. You and the other Trump supporters, I got something for you.
It's deja vu when I'm running up these raps. I'm like the
Yes, that's my music.
I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. I'm on top of my game, ahead of the class. You can tell that I made it, look at my grass. Cars in the garage with tanks full of gas. I play the game so raw, I won't finish last. Sitting in my living room screaming how we made it. This is how it's supposed to happen when you're rich and famous. That algorithm told you a maniac.
Yeah.
We going viral cause my Zodiac.
I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Benjamin, my bestie. And if they is my ex, that mean they left me. They don't get replies if they text me. I say it with my chest cause I mean it. Got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited. Let's do it. Call me the master with a new whip. I'ma take off in a spaceship.
I'll tell you what,
Here we go.
Zeus was live in a couple of meetings.
Yes.
Shit was radical.
Very radical.
It was horrible. I'm like, Zeus has gone way off the rails.
It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu.
Thank you.
It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu. It's deja vu when I'm running up these racks. I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
It's return of the man.
All right, let's get this show started. Bushmaster. Don't mistake me for a lame or a goofy. I'll tell you. Be the worst decision you ever made. Right. Let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's calm the music down. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome everyone to today's show. For those of you who do not know who I am, let's get the housekeeping out of the way. And by the way, happy what is it? What do I want to say? Happy Halloween, right? We got some Halloween vibes going on out there. All right. We got some happy Halloween vibes going on. All right. So if you celebrate Halloween, happy Halloween to you. All right. But for those of you who do not know who I am, I want to make sure we get that introduction out of the way. I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. Thank you so much for those gifts. I really do appreciate it. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, the first H is because I'm honest. I promise to tell you nothing but the truth. There's nobody on social media more honest than Zeus. I've been all around this app for a good 2 years, and I've never ran into anyone that's as honest as I am. I mean, I'm willing to be honest to the point where it hurts your feelings. But I feel like that's what you got to be these days in order to stop these lies and misinformation and conspiracies that are floating around here, all right? So that's the first H. The second H is because I am humble. Good morning, everyone. There's nobody more humble than me, all right? If I get it wrong, I will be the first to apologize. It just turns out I haven't been wrong lately. I don't know how that happened. But when you're Triple H, these kind of things happen, all right? And then the last H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will always remain the most handsome. I really am the most handsome, all right. So for those of you who aren't familiar with what we do on this side of TikTok, it's very clear, all right, and it's a commitment that I've made to all of you. We hold our friends on the right. I'm talking politics, all right. We hold our friends on the right, especially their leader, accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as crimes. And there's plenty of them when we're talking about the Republican Party, the MAGA Republican Party. There's plenty of crimes and there's plenty of immoral conduct to go around. So it's not that difficult to do a show like this each and every single day. All right. But we got to do that in order to save democracy. All right. And so along those lines, I am going to give MAGA, Donald Trump and his supporters, an opportunity to leave this live and go on about their days. Because today's Halloween, and it's a scary day. I get it, you're scared. And I don't want to scare you anymore, but I must caution you, the amount of information, the amount of truth that is going to be coming out of this live is going to be so overwhelming. If you're at McDonald's right now, getting that Egg McMuffin, right? You know where you're at right now. You should be getting it with coffee, and maybe you should be doing some exercise, but you're not doing that. If you're at McDonald's right now, good morning, Toy. I am going to make sure that this live ruins your breakfast. You're gonna be spitting out your breakfast because you're gonna be so shocked at all the information that's coming out, okay? Because that's what happens when the truth comes out. We don't care about your appetite. What, you lost your appetite? Do I look like I care? It only costs you, $5 or $6? You go through the drive-thru again and get another one if it meant that much to you, all right? But you really don't deserve it because as far as I'm concerned, you don't belong in this country, all right? MAGA does not belong in the United States of America. They should go, if it was up to me, I would say, Elon, are you still doing those tests to try to get to Mars? Yeah. Okay, well, I have an offer. Is it possible, Elon, with all your expertise, for you to put some Trump supporters on that space shuttle, whatever it is, I don't care, and let them go to Mars and colonize Mars? Is it possible, Elon, for you to do that? Because these folks would love to go. All you got to do is tell them Donald Trump wants them to go, and they would volunteer to go, Elon. If it was up to me, that's what I would do, MAGA, because truly, that's what you should be doing, not sitting here in the United States mumbling and grumbling about President Biden. So listen up, MAGA. If you don't like my lives, if you don't like the United States, you don't got to be here. Go, all right? Or, as I like to say,
Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time,
That's what it
very
is.
simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
No one's forcing you to stay in this country. You don't deserve the United States at all. And that's what I mean. And I'm going to stand on that because I firmly believe the most dangerous threat to our democracy is not what's happening at the border. It's not even inflation, not even the egg prices, not even our national debt, whatever they want. The most dangerous thing to our democracy is Donald Trump and his supporters. And that's true. That's facts. So I got a story to share with all of you, all right? Today is Halloween. You guys, would you all like to hear a Halloween story or a Halloween poem? Would you like to hear one? Because I think this is going to spook MAGA. Should we go into the Halloween poem? All right. All right. You asked for it. All right. Hold on. Let me see if this will work. You know, I normally don't do this, but I'm going to try it. Let's see. Maybe, how about that? Okay. Does that work? Can you see that, ladies and gentlemen? Can you see that? All right, you can see that? All right, MAGA. Let's get ready, ladies and gentlemen. Normally I have a speech queued up, but I'm going to switch gears a little bit today because today is Halloween, right? All right. This is called Donald Trump, A Prison Tale. All right. In shadows deep, where nightmares breed, a tale unfounded of power and greed. Donald Trump, a man of might, now faces darkness, a haunting plight. Behind bars, his kingdom crumbles as justice speaks. And guess what? Thunder rumbles. No walls can shield, no riches can save from the chains that bind his soul to enslave. In halls of justice, echoes grow, whispers of sins their secrets sow. Once hailed a titan, a force untamed, now trapped with his legacy maimed. The gavel falls, a resounding crack, as the truth unveils its mighty attack. The voices rise, a chorus of scorn, for the leader who left his nation torn. His words once wielded with venomous might now echo back, haunting through the night. In the prison depths, where darkness seeps, his ego withers, his conscience weeps. The bars like teeth gnash and gnaw. These are the consequences when you break the law. A specter of justice relentless cold claims its due as the story is told. Oh, the irony in this twisted affair, as the man who commanded now breathes despair. The ghost of power, now stripped away, leaves naught but fear in its decay. Yet in the shadows a lesson lies, that even the mighty can meet their demise.
For justice, though slow, is a fearsome tide that washes away deceit and false pride. So let this cautionary tale unfold of a leader who fell, his story untold. May it serve as a reminder to all who see that power unchecked breeds a terrifying spree. Woo, my gosh, oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, this Jack Smith, oh my gosh, is something else. He has Donald Trump really spooked.
He's deranged, Jack Smith.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges.
That's the poem. All right, I hope you enjoyed it. All right, let's get started with today's. Let's get started with today's show. Oh my gosh. You know, I know MAGA is definitely upset about that, but you know what? I'd rather tell the truth and be realer than you than to be out here believing lies and misinformation. All right. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be for the history books, I tell you. All right. So let's get on with today's topics. All right. Good morning, everyone. All right. Thank you for tapping the screen and sharing the live. All right. I really do appreciate that. And thank you for the follows. You're scared now, attacking? Come on. Oh, yeah. It's called Donald Trump, A Prisoner's Tale. All right. All right. So let's get into today's first topic. And we're going to try to cruise through these because there's a lot going on. And I don't think we got that much time. All right. So the first thing that I want to make sure I cover is this. A Trump supporter yesterday was indicted, or as Donald Trump likes to say, arrested. You know, one charge turns into 36. Thank you for the gift. All right. And this is what this is all boiling down to. You're going to get effed up. An Alabama man, enraged Trump, was getting a mugshot, indicted for threatening voicemails to Fulton County. So, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you that the most dangerous thing in our country is Donald Trump and his supporters, this is what I am talking about. They're sitting at home. They're getting enraged, watching Fox News, drinking Diet Coke. They're out of shape. It's mostly the MAGA men. And the MAGA men right now, they are struggling right now to figure out where they fit in society because they're up the creek, so to speak, without a paddle. See, when you support Donald Trump to the ends of the earth, right? There's no coming back, MAGA. There is no way to come back. And a lot of these fake TikTok hosts, a lot of these fake content creators, they've supported MAGA to the point of no return. Now we can't even talk to you. We can't even be reasonable to you. All right? Because you've said so many nasty and evil things. You've done so many nasty and evil things. You've defiled the very churches you're supposed to be up in there upholding and representing. There's no coming back unless you find it in your heart to repent, which I doubt you will because that MAGA demon has taken over. All right? An evil spirit is always looking for a new vessel. And you MAGA demons have given a lot of these evil spirits places to go. All right? And I'll give you an example. A Huntsville, Alabama supporter of Donald Trump was angry enough about the former president's mugshot that 3 weeks prior to the jailhouse photograph being taken in Fulton County, Georgia, he left a threatening voicemail for District Attorney Fonnie Willis and the local sheriff, according to the 2-count indictment. All right. On August 6th, just over a week before Trump and his allies were indicted for racketeering and other crimes in connection with attempts to overturn the 2020 election outcome, all right, Arthur Ray Hansen II. I don't know where allegedly threatened Fulton County Sheriff Patrick Labatt by warning him, you're going to get effed up and some bad SHI stuff, I gotta keep it clean, is gonna happen if he made Trump pose for a mugshot. Arthur Ray Hansen II, cautiously disregarding a substantial risk that his communications would be viewed as threatening violence, knowingly transmitted a communication in interstate and foreign commerce from the state of Alabama to the state of Georgia that contained a threat to injure Fulton County Sheriff Patrick Labatt, and the indictment based in Northern District of Georgia began. Specifically, Hansen called the Fulton County government customer service line. This is how smart he is. He called the customer service line and left a voice message for Sheriff Labatt in which Hansen made statements which included, but were not limited to, the following. If you think you're going to take a mugshot of my president, Donald Trump, and it's going to be okay, you're going to find out that after you take that mugshot, something bad's going to happen to you. If you take a mugshot of the president and you're the reason it happened, some bad SHI nastiness is going to happen to you. I'm warning you right now before you F up your life and get hurt real bad. Oh, this guy. Oh, this Hansen, this is a MAGA demon on steroids. This is what I've been talking about, folks. These Trump supporters, they are something else. I have never seen folks so proud to be evil and wrong at the same time. They're so proud that, like I've been saying, they have no shame. They have no shame at all. Like I said, they turn on TikTok and they actually go live. These folks actually go live and do this. They actually break the law and leave evidence that they broke the law. They leave voicemails. These folks are something else. The MAGA demon, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm talking about. Why I say this is the biggest threat to our country. No shame whatsoever. So listen up, Arthur Ray Hansen. Since you want to be a superhero for Donald Trump, I'm going to go ahead and give you the superhero treatment that I give every single one of you Trump supporters, all right? So ladies and gentlemen, first off, let's give Arthur Ray Hansen II a round of boos and shame. Right? We're going to give Arthur Ray Hansen another special dose of what we give our MAGA folks that end up going to jail. Normally, we only give this to the January 6ers, right? But hey, as long as they're going to jail or hell, they get to get the formal salute. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending Arthur Ray Hansen II, who's been indicted by Fonnie Willis and now is in a jail cell, prison, on his way to prison. Let's send him off the old-fashioned way. Good luck, Arthur. You're going to be in good company with our friend Jacob yesterday, who was practicing Street Fighter combat in January 6th. You'll be in there with him, perhaps, or friends of his. And trust me, you will have the time of your life fighting for fighting for. You won't be fighting for Donald Trump that much while you're in there, but you're going to be fighting all right. Every single day, there won't be any peace for you because there are going to be people trying to get a piece of something you got. Arthur Ray Hansen II. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You really should be. I tell you, these Trump supporters, they'll do anything. Yeah, you're going to, he said, you're going to get effed up. Well, Arthur, you're gonna get effed up, and then we ain't talking about the way you was talking, but it's gonna be something in there. All right, interstate crimes. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is. Thank you. Good morning, T. This is typical MAGA behavior, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm making it a point to call this out each and every single time I see it. All right. Now, you know what that means. We got to go more and more. You know, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is what Donald Trump wants his supporters to do. All right. This is it right here. All right. Now, let me give you my next topic. All right. All right. All right. All right. Now, many of us, we are all fully aware that Judge Tanya Chutkin has lifted the stay on the gag order that she placed on him, right? And now Donald Trump is under a gag order, right? All right. And I have a standing bet with Snuggles that Donald Trump will most likely see the inside of a jail cell or a prison before this year is up. All right. And we are getting more encouraging news on that front. Yes. An ex-Trump attorney, all right, many of you know who he is, Cobb, reveals why Trump may be in jail sooner than anyone thinks, all right? And this is what it's about. It may not take a conviction or a criminal case for Donald Trump to spend some time behind bars. Yes, Cobb, a White House attorney that used to work for Donald Trump, good morning, Yazzie, said on CNN yesterday, this is a good network, right, that he expects his old boss to end up in jail as soon as a gag order violation occurs. The former president is facing 2 such orders related to his social media attacks on people involved in his various cases. We all saw that last week he was fined $10,000 for a second violation in the gag order in the New York civil case, which prohibits him from disparaging members of the court staff. But Cobb said this one is going to be way more consequential, all right? All right? U.S. District Judge Tanya Chutkin, overseeing the Washington, D.C. election interference case on Sunday, reinstated her gag order prohibiting Trump from disparaging prosecutors. No more talking about Jack Smith. Yeah, clickbait, this is funny. He's not going to be allowed to talk about, you won't be hearing Donald Trump say anything like this. You won't be hearing him say nothing like this.
Deranged Jack Smith.
Oh, no. Not allowed. And if you do it, that's your, you know what, all right? And he went on to say, Trump said he keeps doing that and predicted that the judge won't let it go or let him off that easy. I think, this is what he says, quote, I think she'll come in with a much heavier penalty. And I think he'll spend a night or a weekend in jail. I think that will stop him, right? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we gave the round of applause to the judge and, everyone holding him accountable. Let's give Donald Trump, ladies and gentlemen, another round of boos and shame. All right, because if he would just simply comply, like they like to tell people of color when the law catches up to him, right? If he would just comply, we wouldn't be in this situation. He should just go in and trust the process, right? So everyone, let's give Donald Trump a round of boos and shame. Hello, Elisha. MAGA, you really do disgust me. I tell you, I've never been so disgusted in my life with you folks. I mean, the level of just ignorance, the pride, it's disgusting at all levels. And you would do all of this for one man. Donald Trump supporters, they like to say, Zeus, don't you think it's a conspiracy that one man has all of these folks that hate him? They try to use that as a justification that obviously, that Trump is somehow the victim of a situation. Nope, I don't find that surprising. What I actually find more surprising is that MAGA is doing all of this for one man, Donald Trump. We've had so-called Christians come into our lives and denounce their faith in God, denounce their religion in support of Donald Trump. We've had MAGA turn a blind eye to crimes, okay, in support of Donald Trump. Yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, you all know Handsome Liberal, right? And I think I saw you there, Takesha. I don't remember the gentleman's name, but I did take notes of what he said. This was a African American individual. Clearly, if you looked at his photo and he didn't say nothing, you would just conclude this is an African American, black, or whatever you want to refer to him as. This guy gets in the box. And I wish he would come in here and explain what he was saying when he tried to say this. But he said, I'm not black. I'm an American patriot. This is what MAGA does. The MAGA demon tells people this is okay to say. I'm not black, I'm an American patriot. Do you think when they was getting you off those slave ships, brother, let me just remind you of something. Do you think when they was getting you and your ancestors off of those slave ships, do you think they considered you American patriots back in the day? Have you lost your ever-loving mind? Jesus Christ. And these guys are, it's always sad when it's an older brother, when these folks, because you're supposed to respect your elders. And I'm very respectful. When it's older brothers and sisters out here acting like this, I have to start saying, Jesus Christ, the MAGA demon has gotten you. You've clearly lost it, all right? So I want him, we've heard people talk like that, right? We've all heard OJ say something like that. I'm not black. I'm OJ. You remember OJ said that? Until guess what? Those wheels of justice, law and order started to kick in, and OJ found out what we've all been trying to say. Don't try to act like because you put that Kanye too. They think when they put the MAGA hat on, they turn white like Michael Jackson. You got a hell of an imagination. These folks got a hell of an imagination, I tell you. I mean, if you would just apply that same amount of brain power to being more productive members of our society, this nation would get a lot further. You want to talk about how to combat crime in these inner cities? Stop spending your time spreading lies and misinformation. How about you get out here and spend that time doing something else to give back to the folks who really need it, right? Jesus Christ. I can't even get through all of my topics, ladies and gentlemen, because, there's just so much going on, all right? So listen up. We're going to skip around a little bit, and I want to bring up another thing about Donald Trump, all right? Do we got a little time? All right, let's see. What do I want to cover next? Oh, yeah. Another situation with Donald Trump, and this one involves his son, Barron. I mean, this information that keeps coming out about this guy is very disturbing. All right, so his height difference with his son is definitely causing some sort of tension, they say. All right, thank you, Yazzie. All right, former President Donald Trump is known for his fiery opinions and readiness to feud with others. All right. And apparently his youngest son, Barron, is no exception, all right? Details from journalist Michael Wolff, all right, reveal that not only do Donald Trump and Barron have a tense and distant relationship, but the former leader of the free world, get this, ladies and gentlemen, is allegedly so jealous of his young son's height that he'll avoid being photographed beside him. No shame. He doesn't even want to stand next to his son. I mean, Donald, that's your son, right? That's your son. I mean, you can't put your ego and your pride aside for your own son? Is that Donald Trump's son, ladies and gentlemen? Does anyone see the resemblance? Someone said it's not his son. All right, we got to decide. Let's see. How many of you think Barron is Donald Trump? And Barron, I don't like to get into the children, all right? So we're going to keep this about Donald Trump. How many of you think Donald Trump is the father? Raise your hands. I'm proud of my toss. He is, okay. I see some he is. I see some no's. Oh my gosh. Nope, not his son. Attacking is, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is wild. This is wild, I don't have the answers and we can't speculate, but it's very interesting, when we take the poll about whether or not this is done. Airborne Mom, thank you for the subscription. We gotta give a shout out to our subscribers, all right? Okay, your support does mean a lot in the kingdom, all right? Donald Trump is certainly tall compared to most people, but his son Barron has grown even taller, all right? He went on a podcast and said that his youngest son is very tall, about 6'8", and a good-looking kid. Just how much taller Barron's 6'8" tall frame makes him than his father is very difficult, they say, because of Donald Trump's fluctuating weight and height measurement, right? Donald Trump says he's 6'3", 215. So we don't know just how much taller Barron is, but we do know that there is definitely tension brewing against Donald Trump and his son. And so, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Donald Trump another round of booze and shame, because instead of being a father to his son, he chooses to be petty. Let's give it to him. All right. Now we're going to blaze through these, and then I'm going to wrap it up with one of our favorite topics, all right? I just want to make sure I speak on this and make sure folks know that this is what's going on out here, all right? One thing is, failed to vet him. Why Mike Johnson is a worse speaker of choice than Jim Jordan, all right? And this is what they're saying. This is what they're saying, ladies and gentlemen. Ironically, vulnerable Republicans voted against Jordan because they worried about his track record. Johnson's vast paper trail of inflectious statements and policy positions, and mainly him being unknown, might make him the worst Speaker of the House for the Republicans, right? This is right. He is. If House Democrat challengers want to run on the message that their GOP opponents are a threat to democracy, they can point to their vote to make Johnson Speaker. Every GOP House member who voted for Johnson effectively endorsed his efforts to disenfranchise tens of millions of American voters, or at least that's how Democrats candidates will try to portray it. Yes, because we all know Johnson, he pretty much believes the same things that Jim Jordan does. Okay, he's an election denier. And what really gets me about this Johnson guy, have you been hearing this? He has a black son. You've heard about this? He has a black son. And I've never seen him. Have any of you seen his black son? By a show of hands. I've never seen him. I mean, I haven't went too far to look for it. But there's a lot of reports circulating, and he says he has a black son. But when I see the family pictures, I don't see them. I don't see him. So what did you do to your black son, Michael Johnson? The American people want to know. Actually, I think just that fact alone makes him worse than Jim Jordan. So let's give Mike Johnson a round of booze and shame. Oh my gosh, all right. Next topic, ladies and gentlemen. There's another conspiracy going around about the vaccine, all right? The COVID vaccine in particular, all right? And I'm going to just speak on it and keep it moving because I know this is a very controversial topic, but I just want to make sure I point this out. Experts say that there's no evidence that the mRNA COVID-19 vaccines are adulterated, all right? So don't spread that lie, MAGA. Stop spreading the lie that they're contaminated. You know exactly who you are. I've seen your profiles. I've gone into your lives, and I've heard you talking about it. Cut it out. Stop trying to scare people. If you don't want to take it, just don't take it and go on about your business. All right? Next topic, ladies and gentlemen. House Republicans are attempting to block funding for the California high-speed rail. Typical MAGA behavior. And I just want to touch on it very briefly. All right. The Republican-led House of Representatives is attempting to prevent President Joe Biden from awarding federal grant funding to the California High-Speed Rail Authority. All right. Legislation presented by GOP lawmakers would dramatically cut spending on passenger train programs, including more than 60% cut to Amtrak and a direct block of any federal funding to be awarded to California's high-speed rail project. This is important, ladies and gentlemen, because listen, we're supposed to be having the train is supposed to go from Merced to Bakersfield. It's supposed to cost $2.8 billion. And they are trying to cut the funding, but thank God Gavin Newsom and President Biden are standing in the way to make sure they don't get away with doing it. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the MAGA Republicans a round of boos and shame for trying to cut funding for high-speed rail program. Well, and if you pay attention, they said this would create over 11,000 new construction jobs. All right, and you know this is really about helping the American people. So these folks want to stop 11,000 folks from getting jobs. Let's give MAGA Republicans a round of boos and shame. All right, we're not gonna let you. All right. Now let's wrap up this morning show, ladies and gentlemen, with one last topic. And you all know what it is. And get ready, all right? We're going to have to, it's time to, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, many of you think I'm harsh for my remarks to MAGA, but I'm not. I just have to say it how it is because the gloves are off. So the gloves are about to come off once again, ladies and gentlemen.
Everyone knows and I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago. I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him. But now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off. The jar has been opened.
The jar is open, ladies and gentlemen, and it's once again time to go in on MAGA, all right? And this is one of my favorite parts of the show to do, right? Whenever I get an opportunity to hold Donald Trump and MAGA accountable, I will do it. And so we're back at that point again. And this is in response to those who attacked our Capitol and tried to overthrow democracy and hang Mike Pence on January 6th, right? January 6th rioter fights off federal agents as he resists arrest in the courtroom. This is MAGA demon on steroids, okay? All right. Vitaly Goss. His name is Goss Janskowski. Sounds suspect to me. Barrels through officers after a federal judge orders his immediate arrest and detention. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, oh my goodness, hold on. Several federal law enforcement officers, hold on. Let me make sure I get this right. When I tell these stories, I gotta be 110% factual. All right. Several federal law enforcement officers tackled a man convicted of crimes connected to January 6th after he tried to flee a Washington, D.C. courtroom on October 30th, which was yesterday. Moments earlier, U.S. District Judge Paul Friedman revoked Vitaly pre-sentencing release from prison after prosecutors revealed that he had sent intimidating messages to law enforcement. The judge ordered U.S. Marshals to take him into custody immediately. Vital, a former Gallaudet University football player who stands roughly 6'3", then tried to escape the federal courthouse, pushing his way through several officers, throwing them to the ground, dragging them behind him as he reached the door. He's really in a Street Fighter video game for Donald Trump. This is what MAGA demons do. This guy, he's just been convicted, and now he's in the courtroom fighting. What level is this, MAGA? What level is this? Jesus Christ. He crashed into a nearby podium and tables, sending a computer to the floor while officers rushed to the scene and eventually wrapped arms around him. Jesus Christ, I'm getting tired telling these stories. The dramatic scene at the E. Barrett Pettyman United States Courthouse is among the first acts of in-court violence surrounding the hundreds of cases tied to the attacks on the United States Capitol on January 6, 2021. In March, a jury found Jankowski guilty of 3 felony offenses and 3 misdemeanors for his actions on the grounds of the Capitol. And it was captured on video. He was carrying a taser while battling police in an hours-long standoff with the mob in the Lower West Terrace of the tunnel at the Capitol complex. Throughout his prosecution, the defendant repeatedly used his social media to make intimidating statements regarding members of the FBI. Yeah, he took a page right out of Donald Trump's book. Those statements include photographs of locations, vehicles, and individuals associated with the FBI, usually with defendant statements overlaid according to the court filing following his conviction. Gachowski's vile and reprehensible and deranged and dangerous conduct included, get this, anti-Semitic and inflammatory messages about law enforcement agents, including messages that shared sealed case files and attempts to dox prosecutors, according to federal prosecutors. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to join me in giving this MAGA deranged domestic terrorist a round of booze and shame, and then we're going to send him off the old-fashioned way because he's going to be definitely spending a lot of time fighting for Donald Trump behind bars. So let's give him the first round of booze and shame. All right. All right. And then last but not least, let's send him off. Let's send him off the old-fashioned way to spend the rest of his time in prison with all the other Trump supporters that chose to have Donald Trump be their God. Let's send him off the old-fashioned way. Support Donald Trump, ladies and gentlemen, your behind ends up going to jail. And if you don't repent, you end up going to hell, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's open up these boxes and hear from those of you who are brave enough. That concludes the morning show, all right? Who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth, all right? I only want to hear from folks that are willing to get in the box and tell the truth, all right? Because, I'm a firm believer in what Grandma always says. Tell the truth. What? And shame the devil. All right. Now, please continue to share the live. Please continue to like the live. And please continue to subscribe. All right. And when these panelists comes up, all right, someone's been telling me I should do this, but I don't like doing it. But when these guests come up here, ladies and gentlemen, they come up here truly because they care about democracy. All right. So please make sure you support them, all right? Show them some love, all right? Because listen, without all of you, this really would not be possible. And as fun and entertaining as this show really is, it's also very serious, right? We all do our research every single day to make sure that we can come out here with fresh, hot content to cook and serve, all right? So when these panelists come up, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you give them some love, all right? They don't got to do this, but they do it day in and day out because, again, they are just as committed to making sure this country gets on track and stays on track. All right. Good morning, the beautiful Takesha. How are you doing?
I just want to say these quick things before I start coughing. First of all, let me say happy birthday to Nutty. I hope,
Oh,
I hope that you have a day as fantastic as you are. But listen, this is the show where we give nothing but the truth. And y'all stop lying on Barry.
mm-hmm.
Y'all know Barry look just like Donald Trump. He just more handsome than Trump. But
Oh,
but you know who don't look like Trump?
who?
Jared, Ivanka, and Dunn Jr.
Oh, we going that
They
way.
don't look nothing like Donald Trump, but Barron looks just like him. So absolutely that's his child.
Mm.
But Zeus, you forgot to say something
What's
that the
that?
guy said yesterday. He said that Trump was being treated worse than ends were. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. He
And
dropped that N
I
word.
had to ask Lil Bro, when was Trump hosed down? When did Trump get attacked by dogs? When was Trump whooped or, made to work in a field? Because I was confused as how this black man said that Trump was being treated worse than we were. Yeah, back in the day, where they come from?
I
Because
don't
when
get
has
it.
he ever had to work for anything that he had?
Right.
And it just
Right.
shows that our people
Mm.
will do
Speak on it.
anything to be accepted by the other side.
Mm.
And
Facts.
it's really sad, Zeus. That really broke my heart. The way that man was talking yesterday, I said this man has been indoctrinated. He done
Mm-hmm.
drunk tropical punch mixed with lemonade, Kool-Aid, and
Mm.
he just done lost his mind.
Yeah. No lie. You should have seen this live. I normally just sit in the comments, right? But this was so ridiculous that I actually had to get in the box and I had to remind. I said, you need to go watch the movie Roots,
He does.
right?
And just get
You,
his foot cut off. Cause
yeah.
he, cause he, it's ridiculous the way he was talking yesterday. You can support Trump if you want to, but when you down your own people and deny who you are to be a Trump supporter, something
Right.
is definitely wrong with you.
It really is.
So I gotta
MAGA.
go because I don't want to start coughing, but I want to remind you about that part that he said.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. And let's get what exactly did he say again? I want to make sure I remember
He
it. I
said
remember.
that Trump was being treated worse than ends were.
You hear that? A black person said this on TikTok.
Yeah,
Donald Trump is being treated worse than ends.
yeah, that's exactly what he said.
You can't make this stuff up.
He
Yeah.
did.
He
He clearly did.
Yeah.
But y'all,
Yeah.
but y'all stop lying on Barron. That's that boy daddy. Y'all know that boy look just like Donald Trump. He
Yeah.
just cute and Trump ain't.
Fair enough. Well,
All
listen, I
right.
hope you get better. All right. All right. I hope
Thank
you
you,
get
Zeus.
better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Takesha. No lies detected. I'm not talking to MAGA today. Only thing I want to hear from a Trump supporter is I'm sorry. If you are a Trump supporter and you want to apologize, you're more than welcome to come into the box and we'll hear you out. Other than that, I don't want to hear you. And if you don't like it, guess what? Pack your bags and leave.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back.
Please
It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Bingo. And by the way, I gotta make an exception though about I don't want to hear from MAGA. The offer does still stand for Stacy. And many of you know who Stacy is, right? And you know who Janae is. They are more than welcome to come into this box and talk to me as long as they turn on their cameras, right? As long as they turn on their cameras, we can talk to them, right? So, and this is a very inclusive, friendly space, Stacy and Janae. So I just don't want to go into another live and hear you all saying that Zeus doesn't let MAGA in the box. You're more than welcome. All right. All right. It's okay. We just want to see your beauty. All right. All right. Let's bring up our next panelist. All right. Oh, yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today is Nutty Professor's birthday. So after the show, we're going to have to sing our good friend Nutty Professor happy birthday. Right, Nutty?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. It's a great day to be alive, let me
All
tell you.
right. Well, happy birthday, bro.
Well, thank you. So,
Yeah.
very quickly, I just, first of all, I want to just keep reminding people the people that you spoke about this morning,
Mm.
they're giving up their lives, they're giving up their freedoms, they're giving up their right to vote, their right to own their Second Amendment. They're
Mm-hmm.
giving up all of their rights for what? For a man who absolutely unequivocally said that we should suspend the Constitution, but yet they want to call themselves patriots. So this reminds me of the Stockholm syndrome in
Right.
reverse, because the Stockholm syndrome,
They're lazy.
it's the perpetrator that's actually gaslighting the victim in order for the victim to protect the perpetrator.
Right.
Donald
Facts.
Trump's Donald Trump's not doing that.
Mm.
They're protecting the perpetrator, and he's not even out there saying, "Hey, you have to protect me."
Mm.
Make it make sense. I
I
don't get it.
can't. I can't. It's
I
like they
don't get
got
it.
this obsession. Don't doesn't it seem like they got an obsession, like you say, to throw away their rights and be in prison for Trump?
They're literally throwing away their lives. Like
Wow.
they will have a felony charge on their record for the rest of their lives.
Mm. Yeah.
So yeah. So but anyway, I want to talk about the speaker.
Mm. Talk to him.
I want to talk about the speaker. So his first act as speaker, he wants to have a fight with the president. So
Right.
MAGA, I really want you guys to listen to this very carefully. You say you support Israel. This is what you say, right?
Mm. Right.
Um, but yet, when the president called for $14.3 billion, but about 100 billion overall total for Israel and Ukraine and other
Mm.
things domestically,
Right.
14.3 going to Israel. So the speaker said, "Okay, Mr. President, we'll give you that $14.3 billion,
Right.
but it comes with strings." So I do give him credit for it for saying it comes with strings, because this is what the
Right.
United States should do to Israel,
Right.
to give them money with strings. So the strings are, you will get this money, but if we give you this money, it will rescind the money that you put into the Inflation Reduction Act for the IRS agents.
And that's a bad deal.
So here's the deal, MAGA, you're wanting to hold your Israel hostage because you don't want the federal government going after billionaires who are not paying taxes, because these extra IRS agents, they're not coming after you.
No.
They're going after people who evade taxes. And you keep saying we got to pay for this stuff. Well, that will pay for it.
Mm.
That will pay for it if we collect these monies from the billionaires.
Amen.
So
Make it make
how
sense, MAGA.
so that's a non-starter right there. Joe Biden is a lot of things, and y'all call him sleepy, y'all call him woke. I don't know how you can be sleepy and woke at the same time. Y'all,
Right.
Dark Brandon is really going to show y'all how dark he is, because
Mm.
that's a non-starter.
Yeah.
That is absolutely a non-starter.
So you
So,
think you
with
think Joe Biden is going to show him how dark he is?
oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Joe Biden's never. Well, first of all, it's not going to get past the Senate.
Right.
It's not going to get past the Senate. But even if it did get past the Senate, Joe Biden would never sign that.
Nope. Nope.
And notice, I didn't say anything about Ukraine. They completely left Ukraine out of that. That's why it's a
Hypocrites.
non-starter.
Hypocrites.
And
MAGA's
and
nothing
folks,
but a
just one more
hypocrite.
thing, and then I'm going to run. The money that Joe Biden asked for in his speech a couple weeks ago, the money that he asked for when we send these weapons to these countries and
Mm.
for defense, the money also goes to 33 states in
Mm.
this country,
Mm.
so people can build more weapons. So
Mm.
you're actually giving Americans jobs,
Amen.
because what we have to replace those weapons that we're giving to these other nations. We have to replace them for
Amen.
our stockpile.
Amen.
So by us giving them these weapons, you're giving Americans jobs. And I thought you all said it was about America first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
They
end
don't
on that
care.
note. I'm gonna
Thank
end on
you.
that. I'm gonna end on that note.
Big. And then
So
now listen, are you going to be able to come back up at the end of the show?
absolutely, and I do want to say this before I go.
Mm-hmm.
Every single birthday, I try to make a pledge to a nonprofit
Okay.
because I do believe in giving back. And so each year, God allows me to see another birthday. So this year, I'm choosing My Brother's Keeper Network.
Okay.
They work specifically here in my area,
All right.
in Metro Kansas City, and they are a nonprofit that goes to helping people in domestic violence situations to
Mm.
get them to safety, get them the resources they need. And
Okay.
earlier this year, I had made a pledge. I had made a pledge that I want to give them $1,000. So
Okay.
that's what I'm going to do because I'm blessed. I don't have
Yeah.
everything I want, but I have everything that I need. And I
Yeah.
know that there are a lot of people in worse off positions than I am.
Okay.
So that's my pledge.
All right. Well,
That is
listen.
my pledge.
Takesha says she's a nonprofit too. All right. I don't know what that means, but could you look into that? All right. All right. And
Absolutely.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give our good friend Nutty a round of applause and a happy birthday. We'll sing happy birthday later, right? I still see some dissension in the comment section. I don't get why these Trump supporters are still in this live upset. You have nothing to be upset about. It's 100%, actually, it's 110% truth flowing around in here. Don't you see we're all having fun and having a great time? Why are you so miserable?
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far
Right.
as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
And we know you hate our country. That's why we keep sending you to Russia. Good morning,
Hey,
Yazzie, the beautiful Yazzie. How are you doing?
yes. Hey guys, thanks for letting me up. This is my
Yes.
other account. This is my new account. The other
Oh,
one
okay.
got bazinged. Hey, really quick. So I have my third oldest sister. She was a revenue officer for the IRS
Mm-hmm.
um for
Oh.
14 years. And the people she worked up in the Aspen Vale area and stuff like that. The people that she went after were
Mm-hmm.
people who had at least five plus homes, five plus, had probably more than 10 cars in their fleet, if not more, plus um what else? They had vacation homes outside but somehow they made no money. And my sister would be like, wait a moment, how do you
Oh.
pay the electricity bill? How do
So
you
they,
pay?
they're like
So,
they're like clickbait. They're like the guy that I know named
yes,
Clickbait that has all this money, but
yeah.
when it's
So,
tax time, he's writing everything off. He's broke, right?
right. So they go on and they write up all these things and they say that they have no money to pay for it, but somehow well, they're like, how do you substantiate five homes? How do you care for it? All those things. But these people who the IRS goes after, I mean, and you guys can always negotiate
Hmm.
terms. There's a lot of good places that they'll even let you have payment plans, all kinds of things. You can even negotiate your debt lower. You really
Right.
can. You just talk to the person, you show them your books and say, hey, I did make this mistake, but this is what I can cover. Because ultimately, you're not the big fish. They want the big fish, okay?
Right.
And she usually went after people who owed $500,000 or more. So
Mm.
I'm like, yeah,
You
and
know,
still
Clickbait
has
says he
still.
has over 1 million.
Well, I mean, owing in taxes. I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, owing in taxes, bad taxes.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and
Wow.
well, and her husband is a regional director for all the IRSs in the mountain states. So people, the auditors aren't after these little folks. They're after the people who have five plus multiple homes plus
Mm.
tons of assets, who claim to have nothing but get
Oh.
these big loans like people we know and somehow don't want to pay. So
Yeah.
you guys, if you don't want to fund IRS agents, I mean, that's who actually needs to pay for those things.
Right.
Okay? So let them pay their taxes. You want IRS agents. If you ever even have an audit, you just show them your stuff, you make an error. And normal people aren't going to have an audit. Okay?
Tell
Just
him.
know. That's why I wanted to come up. I'm like, she did it for 14 years. She's an accountant, a
Yeah.
personal accountant now because
Yes.
she just works part time. But at the end of the day, the IRS doesn't want normal folks, okay? They want the people who have the multiple homes, the multiple cars, all these multiple residents, but somehow make no money,
Make
but somehow
nothing.
can still live high on the hog, okay?
Tell them,
I just
Yazzie.
wanted to share
I
that.
appreciate that.
So
All right, and thanks for clearing
that's
that
why I
up.
wanted to share. I
Tell
Thank
them.
you. I'm at Children's Hospital today. I'm waiting for a meeting at 9 o'clock, and
Uh
I got
oh.
here early, so I thought I was able to get to listen to your live. I don't
Oh.
get. I've been so busy with corn harvest and then work. So,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah.
thank you
Well, I'm
guys.
so glad and I'm
Happy
honored that
Halloween.
you came in here and shared that insight with us. Yes, happy Halloween to you, all right? And stay safe out
Yes.
there,
So you
Yazzie.
guys want to really quick fund your IRA. We do want the IRS funded because you do want to go after those people who owe millions of dollars to us as the infrastructure. It just needs to go to infrastructure. But that's it. Thank you so much.
All
Appreciate
right.
everything you do, Triple H.
All right. Thank you. I
Okay.
appreciate you as well.
What's that?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
let's give it up to the beautiful Yazzie.
Have a great day. Thank you so much again for letting me speak.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, no lies detected. You see, that's all it takes. All right. You don't got to get in here and start questioning anything. Don't question me about nothing at this point because, I'm not answering any more questions for MAGA. I'm not. $20 a question, all right? That goes for you, Stacy. You know how you like to get in the box and you like to go, well, Zeus, tell me this. Zeus will, no, no, no. Send the universe, and then guess what? I'll show you how I came to the answer I got, all right? Now let's move it on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move it on, all right? We're going to go in a different direction. Good morning. Who do we have here? It's still connecting. I don't think it's going to connect. Perhaps it's the MAGA Wi-Fi, perhaps, I guess. Going once, going twice. My Loria kid. I guess your connection isn't so good today, all right? All right, all right. Let's go in a different direction, all right? We got another guest, all right? Dark Man,
Hey, what's
168.
going on? Man, I
Good
love your
morning.
show, bro. I love your show.
All right, this is our first time doing business, right?
Yes, sir.
You know how this goes.
I
You
got
know
two
how.
things.
All
Okay.
right, and then the clock will start after you answer these questions. All right. So how you answer these questions will determine your fate in the kingdom. Are you ready?
Sir.
First question: in your opinion, was the 2020 election stolen by President Biden?
No, of course not.
There you go. See that, MAGA? It's not that hard. Number two, who would you say is responsible for the attack on our Capitol on January 6, 2021?
The person who told them go to the Capitol,
Oh,
Donald Trump.
Donald. Hey! He incited the violence. No lies detected. He's not lying. All right, last and final question. Do you think President Biden or Hillary Clinton are guilty of any crimes?
None whatsoever.
Absolutely. All right, listen, you passed.
Back alone.
Good answer. Good answer. I mean, listen, welcome to the kingdom. Let me make sure I'm following you, champ. All right, so we've covered a lot of things today on this lovely Halloween day. What brings you to the kingdom, my good friend?
Well,
Good morning, Spencer.
I wanted to try and bring some light to the kingdom when we talk about what's going on, especially how we got this crazy new Speaker of the House who recently may have just been indicted by Jack Smith, which
Who?
and once I get confirmation on that, I will come back. But there's a thing I want people to look at in Google. It's called Project 2025. Okay, and what that is basically is what Donald Trump tried to do: suspend the Constitution,
Right.
get rid of everything, and make sure you work until you're 105 years old. Yes. Google it. Just Google
Y'all hear this?
2025.
No lies. He's not lying. Check it out.
I just want people to Google that and you understand what's going on. And the second thing is with all these jobs that Biden is creating, right? And these congressmen and senators are blocking each bill. And then they're saying, well, it's not going to help my state. Yes, it is, because it's putting those factories in your state, like the CHIPS Act. I always hear Trumpers say, well, what has Biden done? What has he done?
Uh-oh, don't open up that can of worms.
Well, he's done a whole bunch of things, right? So
Facts.
we have to look at a president that talks about doing things and putting his name on bills that have already been passed and enacted. Like, I'm a veteran. I
April.
served 9 years, 6 months in the Marines. And
Thank you for your service, sir.
thank you. And I've served 15 years in the Army National Guard.
Wow.
Actually, the DC Army National Guard.
Wow.
And
You know about the DC National Guard? Do you know about that January 6th stuff?
well, let me just say this. When things happen, we're called immediately. So when the riots happen, you have people at home getting dressed, heading towards the armory because they know we're going to be called. Because they're the first ones to be called. They're the only federal National Guard in the whole United States.
Right.
So they're on standby at the armory, waiting for the president or to call us. Because the DC National Guard, they're the only ones that are federalized, so the president has to call you.
Boom! Did you say that? So Nancy, wait a second. So Nancy Pelosi,
She can't make
didn't
that
have-
decision. Not with the DC Guard. Not with the DC
Stop
Guard.
it, MAGA.
She can't make that decision.
Thank
What
you.
she does is she'll say, "Hey, we need help,"
Yeah.
and then they'll call our general that's over there at the National Guard, and they'll say, "Hey, get your people on standby. We're going to get permission from the president."
Right.
And once that happens, once they get permission, then a call goes up to the general and says, "Send your people."
Right.
And then but in the meantime, we're strategically looking at where to position our people at that best
Thank you, Ange.
will
Right.
handle the situation.
Right.
And you probably got a lot of DC Guard people in your life, and they can tell you that no, it's what happens. And like when we went to Hurricane Katrina, right?
Yeah.
We sat in the armory for a few days waiting for the phone call from the president to say, go. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And once we got that call, we was on the flight line at Andrews, and
and it came from the president.
Right. So
there you go. There you go.
Someone in here said, "No, Dark Man's lying." No, Dark Man's not lying because Dark Man did it. I was a staff sergeant in the DC National Guard, and with the generals and the colonels, and had them say, "Hey, boom, we got to go." Right. So you're right. Nancy never called. Now somebody said Nancy never called. Right. Nancy never called y'all because she doesn't have that authority. Now, if the president sees what's going on, he doesn't have to wait for anybody to request help. And now, if you look at it, they were requesting help for hours.
Bingo. Now listen, Dark Man, we gotta move it on, my good friend.
Oh, yeah,
you and I, we can talk forever. All right,
and I let it go. But my last thing is, please, everyone, look up Project 2025 and vote blue.
Boom! Come on back, Dark Man. Same time tomorrow. Keep on bringing these facts, brother. All right, because I want to make sure we keep our foot on the gas. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Dark Man once again. We're not letting up on MAGA. Absolutely not. It's getting good now. Donald Trump's on his way to prison. Snuggles, do me a favor and go and buy me that burger you owe me, because he's going to be in prison before the year's over. And then I want you to go get me those steaks that you promised me, because that's the only value you have to Zeus right now, Snuggles. Other than that, you have no value. Because it's starting to be like taking candy from a baby going up against you, Snuggles. You're losing, and you're losing very terribly. Good morning, Shay. How are you?
Good morning, everyone. Happy Halloween.
Hey, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween and happy birthday, Nutty.
Yeah. Tell them.
I love it. It's so funny. I've been looking at all the different pumpkins with, Trump in jail and all these different things that are on. It's hilarious. I'm like, I love people's creativity. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, it's a good day.
Set it out, Shady. Let's
be
go.
Democrat. Yes, it is. I tell you, we're winning. All times. Yes.
Talk to him.
Yeah. So what's going on? Let's see. Not a lot. It looks like Trump is getting closer and closer to being put in jail for running his mouth.
Exactly.
Oh my
Well,
goodness, the man can't stop.
so you're saying you believe Trump will most likely violate the gag order?
Yeah, he's already done it. I mean,
It's over, MAGA.
and it's like at 4 in the morning. I mean, the man is so. Have you noticed his speeches lately?
Oh, he's losing it. He's deranged.
Oh my God. And he's slurring and he's forgetting what city and state he's in.
He's going up against Obama still, right?
Oh,
I mean,
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
he doesn't know what election he's in right now. He's
No, he doesn't know what country he's in. He thinks Hungary borders Russia and Ukraine. I mean, the man needs a map, and I just and these people they're like, well, Joe Biden's got dementia. I'm like, have you seen Trump speak lately? And, and you know that he said Trump always like, oh yeah, Biden can't even read from a teleprompter. I mean, it's like the projection coming from you.
Yeah.
You notice he can't. You notice what he's using now. He uses like I don't know what it's exactly called, but it looks like an iPad.
Really?
Yeah, he reads from. He can't read the teleprompters anymore. If you notice, he's looking down at like an iPad thing. Somebody can tell me the name of that. There's yeah. And I'm just like, yeah, he can't. He can't actually read anymore.
It's probably just pictures on the iPad, right? It's just probably squares and triangles and airplanes and stuff. You just put but he doesn't know what the heck he's saying or doing at this point.
Yeah, no, he really doesn't. He really doesn't. And it's just the cognitive decline, the maniacness, the maniacalness. Like he's just losing it. He's completely losing because he knows he's going down. He knows it. Yeah. And so tomorrow Eric Trump gets on the stand.
Bingo.
Poor Eric. And then Don on Thursday.
Yeah.
And then Ivanka.
And you're talking about the fraud case, right?
Oh yeah, the fraud case in New York City. Yeah.
Let me ask you a serious question though, Shay. Let's be honest. It's just you and I here, none of the people out there.
Okay.
Do you really think Trump committed fraud?
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
You do?
Oh yeah. He's been committing fraud since the time he started because his mentor was a guy by the name of Roy Cohn, and all you got to do is look him up.
Oh, there you go.
Roy.
So you don't think this is a witch hunt like some of our friends on the right keep saying?
No, not at all.
All this hate for one man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. And it is so silly. It's not even hate. New York has known that this guy has been frauding them for eons, but it's just taken enough time to gather all the evidence. And then he got into the office, so then he was protected. And so then it takes a while to get everything you want because you have to have all the goods before you're going to try to prosecute someone. I mean, you have to. Right. You got to have all the goods. I mean, you're not going to go after someone so internationally known, obviously an ex-president, without having the goods. I mean, it takes a long time to get that investigation done. If y'all remember, while he was president, he kept having Bill Barr block all of it, right?
Facts. No lies detected. You're spot on.
Yeah, Bill Barr kept interfering with it. But now Bill Barr is like, oh, this guy is awful. He should never be back in office. And I mean, it's just...
And Bill Barr, before you go, he is cooperating, from what I hear. He is cooperating with Special Counsel Jack Smith, right?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
It's over.
The January 6th case. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think out of all the witnesses, I think there's 72 Jack Smith witnesses in both the documents in January 6th trial. Do you know how many of those are Democrats out of that?
How many?
0!
It's over, man.
It's
just
over,
a matter of time.
man.
Tell them, Shay.
It's over, my
God.
God.
Thank you so much, all right?
Yes, exactly. It's all nothing burgers. Oh, Carrie, you wish it was a nothing burger, honey.
Yeah.
You know what? You just go make yourself just like 2 little, hamburger buns and put nothing in between it and have your nothing burger. Okay, Carrie? Come on.
Yeah.
Just lots of bread.
Bushmaster, same for you. Go make yourself a nothing burger, too.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just 2 dry pieces.
Does Jack Smith technically work for the Hague? No, he doesn't. He used to work for the Hague. He works for the DOJ now. Cut it out.
Does he work for the? No, nobody works for the Hague. wasn't a defense or criminal attorney
Okay,
that
okay.
was hired to
Yeah.
do some of the stuff, but nobody works for the Hague. But
Thank
yes,
you.
but he did do trials at the Hague, correct?
Yes. Tell him,
But
Shay.
yes.
All
But then
right.
he
Well,
got
listen.
hired to come back over here. So yes,
Tell him.
yes. All right,
Several
everyone.
cents.
Happy Halloween, happy day, all of that. Everyone enjoy your day in the kingdom.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Shay. All right, no lies detected. Yeah.
Bye,
All right,
everyone. Thank you.
bye. Oh my gosh, look at that. See, I know what MAGA is doing right now. They're in here and they're upset right now. They're still in the comments expressing their dissension, right?
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
MAGA would rather talk about what's happening at the border. They don't want to talk about the domestic terrorist that was in Maine yesterday. By the way, I want to make sure I acknowledge that situation. And if this is correct, the MAGA terrorists that harmed those children in Maine, they say the police were aware and did nothing. Mm, Bushmaster, explain that. Explain that. The police saw the Uvalde thing and they did nothing. So Snuggles, please stop spreading that lie that if everybody would have had a weapon, then it wouldn't have happened. No. The people that got these weapons that could do something and should do something, they're chicken. They're scared. So no, I don't buy it. And I guarantee you, Snuggles, with your chicken behind, and I know Snuggles is a chicken, because when he gets surrounded in these lives, he goes, I gotta go. Yeah, you gotta go because you are too afraid of Zeus. And I get it, Snuggles. It's okay to be afraid of Zeus. All right. And that's why we don't trust you when it comes to protecting our children and our youth, right? And that goes for you too, Stacy and Janae, who love to go around TikTok talking about how much you help the kids. You don't help the kids. Cut it out. All right, let's bring up our next panelist. Oh, yeah. You know what we do over here, ladies and gentlemen. We hold MAGA accountable. All right. Good morning, Shady Lane. How are you doing, beautiful? How are you doing?
Good morning, Zeus.
Good morning. How are we?
So yeah, good. So yeah, I was in Handsome Liberals Live listening to you yesterday, so I heard all of
Oh,
that drama mess.
yeah.
Yeah, hot mess, hot shame. But there was another gentleman on before that who was a Hispanic gentleman, and he was even more of a hot mess.
Oh,
He even hated that we had the Black national anthem. He thought it was stupid, and that
this Hispanic person.
as yes, he thought as Black folks that we should just get along and get out of this box that we put ourselves in, and that we should just be Americans, and that we didn't need the Black national anthem, and that we are always trying to separate ourselves.
This guy, I mean, that's the MAGA demon, right, Shady? That's the MAGA demon.
Oh yeah, he had a lot to say. And again, he was Hispanic, but he was a straight MAGA demon. And I'm just like, it's like roaches for raids. I'm like, I'm like Donald Trump would deport you in a second. Like he wouldn't even care if you was a citizen. He would just deport you by looking at you. So you're voting against your best interest.
Yeah.
But one of the things he also said was, oh well, Democrats never, they don't pass bills. They always put pork in it. And that's what I was thinking about was the whole Israel aid package, where like Nutty was saying that they're tying it to pulling back that that money from the FBI,
from the IRS,
the IRS. And I'm like, this is what the Republicans do. They can't govern their way out of a wet paper bag. This is what they know. This is not going to go anywhere. And I was just reading something that Mitch McConnell went on the floor and said, absolutely not. This is not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to support this without having the aid to Ukraine with this. We need to fund Ukraine.
Thank you.
So even Mitch McConnell, with his glitchy self, is saying no to this bill.
Thank you.
I mean, it's not going to go anywhere. They're just wasting more time. You're out here screaming that you support Israel, but you're playing games. You're playing games and wasting time. You know absolutely that this is going nowhere. So it's like, do y'all understand how stupid you're making yourselves look?
Do you
every
understand,
time.
MAGA? Do you understand how stupid you're making yourself look? That has to be the question of the day.
It's common sense. You know, good and God darn well. You know that this is not going to go past anywhere in the Senate. You know it's going to get knocked down. You know you're
Hmm.
going to make it be look like little kids in a schoolyard, that you cannot do anything. So I
Right.
just don't understand why they keep doing stupid things and making themselves look like idiots. They enjoy it. I
It's
don't.
an
I
Olympic sport in MAGA. How stupid can you look? And the MAGA tryouts are going on as we speak. These folks
I
don't
think
care.
they want to lose. Like I
Yeah.
honestly at this point think they want to lose the House because they can't govern, and maybe they just are at this point like, you know what, we need somebody else to take over
Yes.
because at this point we have just destroyed everything and we just forget it. Just throw all the spaghetti
Bingo.
at the wall and see what
Bingo.
sticks at this point. But anyway,
Bingo. Tell them shady. Tell them
because
shady. No lies detected. No
because
lies.
nothing else makes sense. Nothing else
No.
makes
Nothing makes
so.
sense when the MAGA demon is in control. Only thing they're concerned about is possibly trying to own the libs and making sure they make Donald Trump happy, whatever that means.
Exactly. But the only thing is they look like they're just owning themselves. They're infighting. They're eating their own, and it's like I'm just gonna sit back and watch it because all they're gonna do is just implode on themselves. So
Fair enough.
just grab your popcorn and we'll just watch it. So, but
Fair
anyway,
enough.
everybody have a
Uh,
great day in the kingdom.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Shady Lane a round of applause. No lies detected. All right, listen, ladies and gentlemen, you are all awesome and amazing because without you, this show wouldn't be possible. All right, and you know we have to be this way, ladies and gentlemen, because there's so much on the line when it comes to our democracy. All right. Good morning, brother Swervin. We got a lot of guests today, ladies and gentlemen. This is a
Hey,
big
good
house.
morning, Zeus. How are
Good
you? I
morning.
haven't
How are
seen
you
you.
feeling?
I'm doing okay. I got some good news, so to
Oh,
speak, from the doctors yesterday. So
talk to us. Yeah.
they did a Sunday night. I had a CAT scan, and I went
Mm-hmm.
and saw the doctors yesterday afternoon.
Okay.
And the CAT scan revealed that several nodules in my lungs, they had grown, but they have not grown significantly. They're probably
Okay.
still healing up from the biopsy that I had on them. So
Okay.
they've grown minimally. So the doctors
That's
do not believe that I have small lung cell cancer. So they are
what.
going to they're taking $100 of blood from me yesterday,
Thank you.
and they're running a panel. They're running a different kind of panel for different types of sarcoidosis and autoimmune diseases,
Uh huh.
and they're going to do some. They would still want to do a couple of biopsies on my lungs just to be sure.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
the James Cancer Research Institute, it's like one of the foremost research institutes in the country. So
Oh wow.
I'm in
Wow.
good hands. That
That's
was a
good
little bit of
news.
good news, and I'm just rolling with the punches at this point.
Got it. Well, that's great news, my brother. It really
It
is.
was. It was very good news. I was so happy to hear that. And like I said, I'm in good hands. The doctors are all just like really nice to me. And yeah,
Yeah.
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 Yesterday was some good news for me. I feel
I'm proud of you.
feel like
Keep.
crying about it.
Oh man, that's good. I mean, God is truly good if you ask me, all right? And that just goes to show you got more important work to do, my brother. So
I'm blessed.
keep on living and fighting the good fight, all right?
That's how I look at it. And
Yeah.
I appreciate you giving me that time to let everyone know what was going on. I'll
Okay, yeah.
probably have a live myself later today to kind of give everyone an update and
Yeah.
just kind of go from there. But I appreciate you giving me that time to tell the kingdom what all was up.
Yeah, you're always welcome to come in here. You said center yourself. I don't care. Because, many people, we do care about you, and not just you, but other people. And so if there's health issues like that, you got to let us know. That's what this place is for, really.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. But so let me get back on the MAGA Mike. Okay.
Okay.
So MAGA Mike supposedly has this African American son.
Right.
that he claims he adopted, but there's no, the son does not appear anywhere in the family photos. So
Right.
I did a little bit of digging.
Okay.
Apparently, this young man lives in California now. He's in his mid to late 30s. He has a wife and 2 children and has had no contact with MAGA Mike for over 20 years.
What?
So this kid was not adopted. I will applaud MAGA Mike for bringing him into his home and getting him off the street and probably pointing him in a better direction. But
Right.
don't lie and say you adopted the boy, because you didn't adopt the boy. You simply brought him into your home. Then you got married, but you didn't adopt this kid. Okay. And he has not appeared in any. So MAGA Mike is lying about that.
Wow.
Then we have MAGA Mike in his first speech to the Congress. He's quoting scripture, which I thought we had a separation of church and state.
Right.
But apparently I was wrong about that. I don't know why he's sitting there quoting scripture. And this is the problem that I have with it.
Right.
He's supposed to be a religious man, but he's an election denier, a Trump humping, taint sniffing bootlicker. And he's probably already called Donald Trump and said, hey, what should my first course of action be?
Wow.
And so what was that first course of action? Subpoena Hunter Biden.
Really?
For the impeachment inquiry against Joe Biden.
I'm done. Wow.
Now they're working on an aid package for Israel. And MAGA Mike has said, well, yeah, I want to support Ukraine, but we have to take a look at it. But you're getting ready to send $100 million to Israel. Okay. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So MAGA Mike we might as well have Donald Trump sitting in that chair right now. We might as well have Trump sitting in that chair right now.
This country, Donald Trump and MAGA are hell bent on sending this country to hell. They really are.
Yeah. The beautiful thing is, I'm waiting to see what comes out of the testimony of his children, because his children now have to testify in that fraud case. And Ivanka Trump, she got herself removed as a defendant, but the judge said you will testify. So Ivanka, Eric, and Junior, they all have to testify against their father.
Good, and they should, because enough is enough.
It is enough.
Yeah,
it is enough. I don't really know. Like, I think Ivanka was closer to him in the Trump organization,
right?
Than Donald Jr. and Eric Trump were.
Right.
Eric Trump, man, look, let's face it. Eric Trump is the kid that you keep up in the attic, and he only gets to come out during Thanksgiving, and
facts.
You visit him once in a while.
Right.
But the rest of them, it just, however close they were to the Trump organization, and this is to determine how much money Donald Trump, because he's already been adjudicated as guilty. So they're trying to determine how much money he's going to owe the state of New York for fraud. And Letitia's asking for $250 million. And Zeus, you know what the sad part about that is?
What's that?
If they get that $250 million, he's going to start grifting his people saying, I need $250 million. And
spot on.
They're going to give him that money to pay for it.
Yep.
So it just, I don't know, the whole thing just bothers me, but it is what it is at this point. So, so let me go ahead and let you get back to the affairs of the kingdom. I appreciate you having me up as always, brother.
All right.
Before I go, let me say happy birthday to Nutty. I hope you are having a wonderful day.
Amen.
And I wish you many, many, many more returns on your birthday, Nutty.
Amen.
So enjoy the day, brother, because it's yours and you've earned it.
Facts.
And ladies and gentlemen, I will be outside later this evening dressed as Michael Myers, passing out candy for Halloween. So I wish everyone a happy and safe Halloween night. Go get all the candy you want.
And be safe when you do it.
That's right. Absolutely. Be safe while you're doing it. So, Zeus, you get back to the affairs of the kingdom, my friend.
All right.
I'm going to say goodbye to everyone down in the chat. And you all enjoy your day. enjoy your Halloween and have fun and be safe while you're doing it.
All right,
Thank you
ladies
again,
and
Jules.
gentlemen. You're welcome. And ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother Swervin a round of applause. No lies detected. We're almost at that time where we gotta sing happy birthday to our good friend Nutty. All right, let's bring up. Oh my gosh, we got an interesting lineup. All right. Good morning, Dark Cece. How are you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm a little upset with you.
Well, what happened today?
Well, you're not bringing me up like I want to be brought up. I am first in line, and I would appreciate first in line. So today I want to say to Nutty, happy birthday. You're number one handsome today, Nutty.
Oh wow. Cece, your lips are saying nasty things, but I know where your heart really is. You don't have to do that.
My heart's with you. You know that.
I know you want to make Nutty feel relevant, but you don't gotta get up here and start boosting him up like that.
It's his birthday, honey. We all need boosting. You know? Can you imagine having to testify against your parents in court?
Oh yeah. No, I couldn't imagine that, Cece. Why?
No, I would just be losing my mind if I had to testify, against my parents. But, and I'm going to tell you something. You know who I think the original person was to turn him in?
Who?
With the documents?
Who?
I think it was Melania.
What? You think Melania did it?
Oh, yes. I do.
Why?
That's one way
of
getting rid of his fat orange behind.
No lies detected, ladies and gentlemen. No lies.
Have we seen her anywhere?
No.
She's gone. Gone with the wind. Yeah, and I don't blame her.
You don't?
No. I would have been gone a long time ago. But she wanted the money, she wanted the fame, she wanted the green card. She got it all. Now she can take care of the orange turd herself.
Oh, you think she's gonna take care of him still once this all shakes out?
No.
She's cutting ties?
Yes. Don't you think they're all trying to cut ties? How many times do we see them? When he has to go to all these cases, these court cases.
I've never seen her. Well, maybe once when the Alvin Bragg one, she went with him.
Yeah, but he better stop running his mouth because they're gonna get him again.
They will. I know they will.
I love it. But you know what? It's very disappointing to see that if it was anybody else, if it was you or I, we would be in jail already. We would not have this opportunity at all to do anything.
No.
We would be locked up. And I'm going to tell you something.
It's the two-tier justice system, right?
Yep. Yeah. So they say.
Yeah.
And Snuggle, please get me all worked up this morning. Snuggle, do me a favor. Find something new to talk about. Yeah, I mean, you're running on about the same thing. I am so tired. Oh, we're winning. Oh, there ain't been no court. Well, wait for the courts, okay? Wait for the courts, okay? It's a slow process, Struggles. It's a long process. I mean, we're taking them down one by one. It takes one at a time. And they're falling like dominoes. Struggles, please find a new subject. He's going to court. You just as well accept it.
What should Snuggles focus on right now, Dark Cece?
Snuggles needs to focus on Snuggles. Okay? He gets on here and he talks about issues in his health. If I had major issues going on with my health, honey, this would be the last place I would be. TikTok is not that important. So, Struggles, take care of yourself first. Janae, I got you, girl. Stacy, honey, your questions too much. And the price is up. It's $30 per question, Stacy.
Yeah.
So with that,
Yeah.
honey, I will let you go.
Okay. All right.
And
All right.
I'm in the Carolinas, and it's
Okay.
a very cold day. So
Cold
you have a
day.
lovely day and a
All right.
wonderful Halloween.
All right.
And you are handsome, but Nutty's
Thank you.
more handsome today, okay? Love you, bro. Love you, bro.
Bye, Cece. Bye, Cece. Bye, Dark Cece. And I mean, you see those folks are booing you, Cece. And these folks, they hold us all accountable. So, please don't get into my box again. I'll let today slide because it is Nutty's birthday. But don't get into Zeus's kingdom. All right, this is a sacred place. Please don't get into Zeus's kingdom, ladies and gentlemen, and defile it. All right? And one of the worst offenses one could ever commit in this kingdom. And this might actually, this is worse than anything Snuggles has done. And Snuggles has done a lot of nasty things. The worst thing you could do is to get into my kingdom, this lovely kingdom, and launch a attack at Zeus by saying Nutty is more handsome. Where do they do that at? What have I done to all of you for you to come up with such deranged nonsense? Seriously. What have I done besides give you all everything you've asked for? And then you let this nutty guy, it's like, the devil likes to slip a link in you, you know, and he says something that's true and puts a little bit of a lie in it. They say rat poison is 99% food and 1% poison. That's how Nutty operates. He slipped a link in you folks. And now you're out here even thinking it's a contest when it's not. It's not a contest, Dark CC. If you on that stuff, don't use it. Don't use it in the morning show. Come in, cool off 2 hours before you come in here, because that stuff is clouding you folks' judgment. All right, let's get back to this show before we end up singing happy birthday to our good friend Nutty. Oh my gosh, there's a couple more people I'm gonna bring up. I see you, Sharon. All right, good morning, Dark Ann. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you? I
I'm
always
doing all right.
come up here with something serious I want to talk about, and then Cece comes up. I mean, talking about Nutty being more handsome than you, she upsets you, and it's really hard to watch that. To
Right.
watch you upset like this.
Yeah.
So you know what, Zeus, you still are the most handsome.
Thank
I,
you.
you're very welcome. I'm Nutty. I love you, and you
Thank you,
know this.
Ange.
Happy birthday to you, but I'm sorry, in the kingdom, I just can't bring myself to say it.
Thank you.
Bushmaster, be quiet. I see you down there. Oh my word. Oh, Nutty's mad. I love you, Nutty. But you're
It's
second
okay,
place.
Nutty. Listen, be angry, but sin not.
Yes,
Nutty. It's okay
please.
to be angry.
Yes,
I'm not mad
I
at that.
get it. I'm not.
Knowing Nutty is mad because of that is fine. Go ahead, Dark Ange. Please continue.
Well, and also I want to send well wishes to Swerve and to anyone else who is fighting some health battles right now. I wanted to talk about what Colorado is doing,
Oh, talk about it.
trying to keep Trump off the ballot there. I mean, if that's successful, that's kind of a big problem for the big orange turd now, isn't it?
It
It's
really
a
is.
big problem.
Yeah.
So I was going to talk about that. I want to talk about the main MAGA demon, because as you know, I live very close there, so we have the local news. So
Right.
we quickly knew who he was, and we quickly went straight to social media before they took it down. And my
Got it.
daughter found out immediately that he is definitely a MAGA demon. There was MAGA, MAGA, MAGA on Facebook. There was
Bingo.
MAGA on Twitter or X or whatever the heck he's calling it now. I don't follow that crap.
Yeah.
But he was definitely all over there. And the last thing I want to do is I've never had words or even said a word about Stacy.
Oh.
Now, Stacy, I came across a live last night and I saw a veteran in there who we all like. I will not say his name, but he is a veteran that's pretty popular on here. And he was being attacked by a bunch of MAGA demons. Attacked.
In Stacy's live?
It was not her live. I think it's some dude named Rocco. I don't know. I've never seen that fool before. But they were in there and they were attacking him. And I couldn't watch it anymore. So I started saying, because I saw some guy make an ableist comment about this veteran. And I told him that it was ableist. I was keeping it clean, trying to represent us well.
Right.
Just keeping it clean. And then she said, telling me I'm hateful. She's telling me I'm hateful as she sits there and co-signs on attacking a veteran. Like, what in the heck is wrong with you, Stacy? I know you're in here because you guys can't get over Zeus. And so you thought you had the last word, and I thought, you know what? In the morning, I'm going to have the last word because I saw what you said. I'm not hateful.
What would you say to Stacy if you could say it to her, Dark Angie, as long as we keep it clean? I want her to get the truth. What would you say to Stacy?
I would like to tell her to repent. I would like to tell her she owes an apology to this man. She knows who I'm talking about. And then as I was leaving as well, they kicked him, and I spoke with him privately. They were trying to say that he ran. Oh, no. They kicked him for telling the truth.
Wow.
Telling the truth. They kicked him. So I know that as well. And then they were saying things like, because he's a black man, and they even said, oh, well, we're not even allowed to say that now. Now we have to say melanated. And they were going on and on and on. And I took a screen recording of it, Miss Stacy. And I won't be afraid to use that.
Oh my gosh.
That's how much you ticked me off.
Wow.
Anyway, I don't usually bring her name up, but that was absolutely disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. And that's all I have to say for this morning. Okay, Zeus.
All right, Dark Ange. Thank you for the update.
Definitely dark today.
But
everyone else, please have a good day to all of the people in here that tell the truth. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Dark Ange. There's no more places to hide on this app, MAGA. We will seek you out and we will find you because the gloves are off. And you created this situation on the app, MAGA. You took those gloves off and you began to attack our democracy. You attacked all of the truth that we've been sharing. And now we have to, challenge the very narrative that you try to promote on this app by calling you out on the nonsense when we see it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Oh my gosh, we got the beautiful Sharon. It's always a pleasure when Sharon comes in here and shares with us whatever the truth is she has found. Good morning, Sharon.
What's up, Zeus? Hey, I just wanted to ensure you, you are as handsome as Snuggles is delusional and as Janae is disingenuous. So you're good.
Thank you, Sharon. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, so happy Halloween to the kingdom and everybody listening. I was going to dress up like a Republican voter, but I couldn't shove my head up my ass, so I'm not going to do that today.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Those are good ones.
So I was waking up today and I saw about the Alabama guy who was calling and threatening. And I had to just chime in and say that, I'm from Alabama and not all Alabama people are rabid, hillbilly, Trump sucking hicks. So just know that. I just wanted to make that clear. And then a couple other things I just wanted to point out about your live that I've noticed so far. Ivana said in a book a long time ago that Donald Trump never had anything to do with his sons until they were old enough to talk business. And so I'm sure that that's the case with Barron as well. I'm looking forward to Barron becoming this wild, progressive maybe possible presidential candidate in the future. I'm hoping for a tell-all book that's going to spill all the tea on Trump and his and the way he fathers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
possible. That's possible.
I hope
It's
so.
like because Barron does have a different perspective in all
Yeah,
of this, right? He
yeah,
didn't see all the wild stuff his father did. He's
right.
kind
And
of coming into the tail end.
yeah, you know that his inner circles have to clown him about his father's
Jesus
buffoonery,
Christ.
right? I mean, like just
Yeah.
And
Wow.
then last thing I wanted to point out too is the IRS agents, that the whole thing that is going around, that has been going around for months. I want to make sure that people understand that maybe are new to politics or on the right. Marjorie Taylor Greene is the one who stated that these so-called 87,000 IRS agents were going to be armed as if they were going to start coming after you. It's ridiculous. The 87,000 IRS agents is over a decade. They're expecting, and this is for all positions in the IRS, from
Okay.
secretaries to IT professionals, etc., everything. They're
Right.
expecting 54,000 over the next decade to retire, die, or quit. So this is people that are being replaced. So I just wanted to make sure that it's just another fear mongering bullshitter, shitery, kind of BSery. Sorry, BSery. Sorry, I have to really curb myself when I'm on your live. Yeah, it's
It's
just
fine.
more Republican BSery that
Yeah.
they state that fear mongers people into being loyal, into voting for them, because Republicans are so-called going to save you from all these Democrats and their all their their liberal agendas, right? So
Right.
anyway,
Right.
dude, that's all I had to say. I love you. I love everybody in the kingdom. Hello. Have a great week and be safe out tonight in the
All
holiday
right. Yeah.
Halloween season. All right. Love
All
y'all.
right, all right, all right. Love you too, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to the
Bye bye now.
beautiful
Thanks for the
Sharon. No lies detected. Oh my gosh. All right, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta get to Dark Nutty. All right, we really do. All right, it's really time for me to get up out of here. All right. So Dark Nutty, where are you at? All right. All right. Where is he at? Dark Nutty. There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We have to sing happy birthday to our good friend Dark Nutty. If I didn't get to all of you this morning, don't worry. It doesn't mean I lost any love for you. It just means that I got other affairs to tend to and I'm winning. All right, and that goes for you, Snuggles. Uh, excuse you. Excuse you. Haven't you? Your time's up, Dark Nutty. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta drop Dark Nutty. His time is up. All right. He came into the box shining and high siding. All right, acting as if he won something. I know the proud look. You know what they say in the Bible? Pride comes before downfall. Nutty. All right, but guess what? We're gonna put all our pride aside and enjoy a birthday. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, get your gifts and let's get ready to sing our good friend Dark Nutty a happy birthday.
I heard it was somebody's birthday.
Hey!
I heard it was somebody's birthday.
Oh, he's stunting on his daddy.
BJ Penn a birthday song, yeah. Today is your birthday, we gon' sing it loud.
Hey!
Today is your birthday, I know you're so proud. Today is your birthday,
Let's
we
go!
gon' turn loud.
Hey!
Gotta throw a party,
Yeah!
put the cake and we gon' say
Happy birthday! Yes, get him, ladies and gentlemen.
birthday to you.
Woo!
Happy birthday.
Go ahead, Nutty.
birthday,
Thank you
Nutty
so much,
Professor.
everybody.
Thank you for all you do, my brother. You know.
I appreciate you, man. I
Oh, I
appreciate you.
appreciate you too. Let's
Appreciate you
go.
guys. Thank you so much.
Hey. 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 About to throw a party. Hey. Oh, what a wonderful birthday.
A wonderful birthday.
Oh, I love this song. I really do love this song, ladies and gentlemen. We turning up to Nutty's birthday. Oh my God! Now listen, what are you doing today, ladies? Brother Nutty, what are you doing today to celebrate
As
your birthday?
always, I'm working, but you know what? It's all good. It's all good. Then I'm
Okay.
gonna go pick the kiddo up from school
Oh, okay.
and let her have her little festivities with her friends.
Okay. You
But
going
it's
out
just
to
all
eat?
no, it's all about family. It's just all
Okay.
about family, hanging out with family, friends. So just thanking God for another year above ground. So,
Amen. Amen to
but
that, my brother.
I just want to
Yes.
say, thank you everyone for your donations. Everything that you sent me is going to help me with my goal to give back. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. I forgot I was turning up. I was actually turning up, and I forgot to send my donation. So hold on right there, champion. Hold on right there. There we go. Let's see. Let's do it. You know what we do. There we go. Right there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's shout out and let's give Nutty Professor another. Oh, look at all that money. And that money good. That money is good. I tell you, Nutty.
Wait,
Okay.
you telling me those are not snuggle bucks?
No, 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 no. Them ain't no snuggle bucks. Not one
That's
bit.
even that's even better. I
Real
appreciate y'all.
authentic.
Thank you for helping me make my goal a reality. I
All
appreciate
right.
that for real.
All right. And we'll
So
see you tomorrow. Hopefully, don't party too hard. All right.
no, I'm just gonna be out here being the most handsome. So I just hey Zeus, an ode to you, my friend. An ode to you. I'm dressing up in my scariest costume to date.
Oh, what is it?
I'm dressing up as Zeus.
Actually, that ain't a scary costume. You just might get some play. If you dress up as Zeus, you might get some play. All right? I mean, I'm just being honest because you've been walking around looking like a goblin all year long.
Listen, brother. Listen.
All
For the
right.
people in the comments, y'all know I love this dude right here. It's a good dude. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
All
Thank you so
right.
much.
All
I'm gonna get
right.
out of here before I start
All right.
tearing up. So
All right. I understand. I understand. Well, ladies and
so
gentlemen, once again, we're going to give our good friend Nutty Professor a round of applause. I love this man too. All right, all right. We gotta wrap this show up, ladies and gentlemen. This show's been off the rails for sure. All right, it really has been. Snuggles, where are you at? I thought you wanted to talk to me. I guess Snuggles doesn't want to talk to me. I was gonna let him talk to Zeus before I get up out of here, but I guess he doesn't want to talk to Zeus. All right, well, Snuggles going once, going twice, gone. Well, let that be a lesson. Thank you, Rick. Let that be a lesson. Uh, we will tune back in tomorrow. Same Zeus time, same Zeus channel. Cut it out, Puff Puff. And to the Trump supporters out there, buckle up because it's over. Donald Trump most likely will be in prison before this year is up. And when he gets there, I want my apology, Snuggles. I want my burger and my steaks. All right. You love the shirt? All right, listen, you can go onto my website, all right? Just click the link in the bio and order a shirt and support the kingdom, all right? Make sure you share the live, make sure you subscribe, all right? And make sure you continue to tune in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. Take care. Have a great rest of your morning.
True focus of
MAGA,
handsome in the kingdom.
cut it out. And I really am the most handsome in the kingdom. Snuggles, I was waiting for you. You left. Where'd you go?
This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus.
Thank you, April.
With my move when I'm moving like Zeus. You're thinking that you're cool till I'm
Miss Silk.
like Zeus.
So nice to see you.
I light you up like Zeus.
I
I make my own rules. Angel. God, call me Zeus. I'm flyer than an eagle and got bread on me too. Took a long time to get here and I'm feeling brand new. If you living like a bum, get away from me, fool. I got money on my mind. I can't leave it up to you. I can't hang around with you. You fall in love too quick. You a high risk. It's all in the mix. Alright, standing on your head. This is way above the feds. When you playing with the gods and you playing with the dead. Time to let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your goose. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Player hating on the gods, boy, you such a douche. I tried to be patient, but you had to light my fuse. I'm catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm rocking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood. Yeah, happy birthday, Nutty. MAGA, it's over because I said it's over. Yeah, we got Jack Smith. Thank you, Miss Maldiva. We got Jack Smith. We got Alvin Bragg. Thank you. We made 50% of our goals today, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. If you play around with love, then you're guaranteed to lose. And that goes for you, Janae. I know you got jungle fever. You got jungle fever for Zeus, but you're gonna have to lay there and burn. All right, great live, thank you. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. Hey, listen, it's okay that you find me handsome. I'm okay with that. But there's healthier ways. There's healthier ways to show your love to a person besides trying to argue all the time. Hey, come on. You know you gotta grow up and grow out of that kind of stuff. Stacy. This is how I stare. CC's right, $30 a question. Right, you going to these lives? $30. Ain't gonna be no more free game. The game is to be sold, not sold. Alright. Snuggle. You've gone too far, my brother. You've gone too far. It's time to repent and come back.
I just want to buy 11,780. One more than we have.
Reggie! Are you ready, Reggie? Let's get the Reggie remix, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, let's do it!
He's deranged. Jack Smith. 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 He's deranged.
Hey!
Jack Smith. Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater.
Yes!
And his wife is even more of a Trump hater. Deranged Jack Smith. Jack Smith.
Let's go!
Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family.
Yes, thank you, Cynthia.
They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can to hurt Trump.
But he's a harasser and an abuser.
And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more. Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge. 36 charges.
All right, we're out of here, ladies and gentlemen.
His wife's a Trump
Jack
hater.
Smith, give us the great word.
They hate him with a passion.